were very narrow but very long, and there was room for a back house in one of these houses. So what happened was Otto Frank, his family, and some other families hid in the back of that house, and the entrance to the house could only be hidden behind a bookcase. They were active during the night and very, very silent during the day. They lived there between 1942 and 1944. In 1944, somebody told the Nazis that the family was hiding there, and they were taken out from there. They were all deported to concentration camps, but they were deported separately. So they were not in a concentration camp together. Everybody was in a different location. Anne was taken to Bergen-Belsen, where she eventually died of typhoid just a couple of months before the liberation. She died. The rest of her family died as well. All our sisters and our mother included were all murdered and killed in these concentration camps. The only remaining person was her father, Otto Frank. Otto Frank actually came back to this house and walked into the back house where he'd spent so many times with his wife and his daughters. All the rooms were empty. The Nazis had taken everything out and sold, so there was nothing left there, only the emptiness of the rooms. And that's one of the reasons that he decided that from that moment on, that's the way the house was going to look, empty, because that was the feeling that he felt in his heart when he came back. He actually lived for quite a few years after the ending of the war and died shortly after the year 2000. The Anne Frank house is coming up here in a little while. Once we go underneath the bridge, it's going to be on our left-hand side. And if you want to locate it, look at the different houses. You will see the sign for the word lunch, and then it's the house directly next to it on the right-hand side. You will also notice there's a lot of people standing in front of the house taking pictures. I will also point to it when I'm directly across from it. I want to make sure that you all see it. So this is also the place where Anne wrote her famous diary that was translated in multiple languages. However, it's always very important when we think about that diary and about her history that she was just one of many people that suffered in that way. So you see the sign for lunch, and then it's the house directly next to it. Also, you guys on this side, if you want to stand up and take a good picture, go for it. Definitely do.
I can't see it.
So lots of people in umbrellas standing in front of it. Our captain will also slow down a little bit.
All the windows up top.
Yeah.
It's the house with the green paneling on the bottom. It also has a sign on top of it, a white sign that says Anne Frank House. I am almost directly across from it. Right now I'm directly across from it. This is the Anne Frank House where many people are standing in front taking pictures. Green paneling on the bottom. Captain slowing down a little bit, has a white sign that says Anne Frank House. So that is the Anne Frank House. Did everybody find it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.